I am. No, trust me, I am.
Just a little bit.
I am.
Wait for Ben.
Ooh. I think we're good.
What up?
Do we check? Okay.
Oh.
Cop Out Kickball 2017. Okay.
Hello.
Nope, we're getting started right now.
Fake crowd noise.
Yeah. Hype in some noise. We were just waiting for other people to show up, but apparently they're not coming, so we are good to go.
What was that from Sitcom's Canned Laughter?
Yeah. Okay. Coog?
Can do it.
La música, por favor.
La música, por favor. And... Damn it.
Hey, what's going on, KBKL? It is time for the podcast, Playoff Week 2 review, finals, previews. I am your host, CJ Cobra Kai, along with the co-hosts, Ben Hutnick,
Full of chicken and ready for a deep fill in the blank.
Jason bought a family deal at Popeye's Huang.
Loser, chicken dinner.
Yeah. We have tonight's guests. It's no longer summertime, Stacy.
Oh.
I need a shot.
And Seth, the Sanchez.
Matt Leinart still doesn't have shit on Mark Sanchez.
We are coming to you live from the Jazz House, 926 and F, Massachusetts. Come on down every Tuesday. They have $2.50 almost everything. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. We are doing such a great job, and there are so many people here, as you
It's
can
a
tell by the
raucous
applause.
scene down here.
What a great audience.
Huge audience here.
Oh, yeah.
Record numbers. Bigger than Obama's inauguration. Thank you to tonight's sponsor, Up to 11. Up to 11 Productions. You can find them on Instagram, up_to_11, Twitter, Up to 11 Live. Let's see. 11 Productions has been promoting live music in Lawrence and the Midwest for almost 20 years. Some upcoming shows are September 20th, Thundercat, which is going to be at the Granada, which I really want to go to this one.
Yeah.
October 5th, Angel Olsen at the Granada. October 27th, Arcade Fire. November 17th, No Name, which is at Liberty Hall. November 19th, St. Vincent, which is probably going to be really awesome as well, at Uptown Theater. So, yeah. Up to 11 Live and thegranada.com.
Yeah. If you're listening, Jackie, we love you.
Yes.
Love you too, Jackie.
Woost. Also, Kick the Drone will most likely occur between the end of the Twain Championship and the beginning of the Cup Championship. So get your butts down there to watch the Twain and try to kick the drone.
Or at least the bitter end of the Twain.
Yeah. Gonna go down in flames. No, 5 people will be picked, and there will be a 5-minute speed round until someone hits the drone, man.
Yeah.
So
it's going to end.
It's gonna end.
Yeah, I'm going to fly that thing right in front of home plate. An inch away. Just hit it with your follow-through, honestly.
Yeah. Hit it with the ball or your follow-through.
Either one counts.
You know, this would be like a fun thing to do next year. Instead of doing a raffle or something like that, can we just put a drone and have it hover like in left field for every, for every game of the week, just in case somebody incidentally hits it while the game is going? And they can get like,
Jesus.
Oh my god.
No, and then you get called out.
everybody gets a taco. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, coming up on Friday, September 1st, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., it's a KVKL party and charity auction. It's going to be at the Granada this year. Charity auction, fun, games, prizes, music, and more. Check out the Facebook event page to stay up to date on all the details. Also, if you have stuff to donate, who do they get in touch with? Anyone?
Yeah.
Ben Wright.
Ben Wright.
Yeah.
So if you have stuff to donate, hit up Ben Wright.
Or the board member you feel most comfortable talking to.
That too.
Yeah.
That's usually Ben anyway.
All right. Also, are we still looking for volunteers for the various cup finals?
I don't think we posted anything about the refs yet.
Okay.
But it's never too early or too
Yeah,
late
so
to
if
ask, I
you're,
suppose. So, yeah.
as of recording right now, which is Tuesday night, if you want to volunteer to be a ref for the various finals, get a hold of Ben Wright again.
Yeah, and we also talked about, teams have IFUs, and they can, I think if they volunteer to do some shit during the championship week, like sell merch or help clean up or whatever, they can work those off.
Okay.
Yes, I will be contacting you shortly.
Okay. Get on them, Stacy. Okay, let's talk about the games.
Amen.
The plate, starting with the plate. 5 p.m., YSD 1. Jazz House 10. Where's My Pitches 12. Rick.
It was a really fun game. Where's My Pitches is a lot of fun to play. Our teams were very evenly matched. They just were a little bit more evenly matched than we were. And it was great. It was a seesaw battle. They ended up winning by 2 runs toward the end of the game. I might have made a tactical error, which I would like to just present to you guys for just a second. I won't go on.
Okay.
But I had 7 guys, and then I had 5 girls. So what a lot of teams do in that situation is they just they crowd the 5 girls into 3 batting slots. So there's 10 batting slots.
Yep.
And I thought about it, and I was just like, I can't do this. I always let my girls bat. We bat 12 every time. So I went ahead and let all 5 girls bat. And lots of times my girls are good, but they were not good in this game. And they ended up going, I think, maybe 3 for 15, 4 for 15. So does that mean I didn't want to win bad enough? Does it mean I didn't want to be a dickhead?
You've been playing one style all year, right? You can't change it up.
You
in the
can't change
playoffs.
it up.
Yeah, yeah,
You
Yeah.
trusted in your team, and they let you down.
yeah.
Okay, so moral victory is always a good sensation, right? Yeah. But Seth, thank you for that. I was like, I've been playing that way all year long, so don't change it at the last second.
Yeah.
Although I do feel that if I would have done that, our chances of winning would have probably, the way it turned out, would have been considerably greater. But doesn't matter. It's a fun season. And Where's My Pitches played very well.
Yeah.
So, okay. That's and we could not defend against the bunt. They are excellent bunters. They drove us crazy with their bunting. So if anybody else is getting ready to play Where's My Pitches, beware of Sean and Vaughn,
Yeah.
All right.
batters 1 and 2.
All right.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
5 p.m., YSC 3. Double Meet 6. Nick Lerner's Homies 4.
Yeah.
Coog.
Not much scoring. Any ball kicked in the center field, right field, it just died. The ball just sailed and
Play a
just
factor.
wind played a huge factor.
And there were about 80,000 foul balls off to right.
It was, and Ben, thank you for retrieving one of them and throwing it over the fence for us. Yeah, a lot of
That
foul
really was the
balls,
least I could
and
do.
every ball just sailed up there. It was an easy can of corn. The outfielders are both for the Homies and for Dolmy. The only time a kick that would have worked is in left field, just over third base, because the wind, when it made it die down, and let teardrop over there.
It really wasn't just the win, though. You guys were both playing really good defense.
Yep.
This wasn't like your standard 28-29 type
No.
matchup.
Yeah.
One bad error is miscommunication by the first baseman and the right fielder not covering the first base by kick by Danielle at double meet, and that led to 2 runs. I fielded the ball at first base, and I tagged Ben Wright on the orange side, and of course he was saved. That was stupid of me. I should have just caught it in the first place. So I caused 2 runs, so I lost the game. There, boom.
Jeff Hauber, who sucks by the way,
God, here we go again.
scored 2 runs.
Yeah, he actually played really good.
Yeah. No, he still sucks. And then Dana, who does not suck, scored
Yeah.
2 runs as well.
Yes.
So yeah, that seems like it was your only runs of the game.
So bottom line, great season by Nick Lerner's Homies, and Jeff Hauber was just fine.
He sucks. All right. 6:30, YSC 1, Reboot 7, Corksuckers 23.
Oh.
Woo!
Oh,
Woo! Okay.
he repped that
yeah.
game. Come
Talk
on
about
down,
this
Rick.
game.
Reboot
What the
was
hell
playing.
happened here?
Reboot was
Is Thomas
playing,
here?
What the hell happened?
Ooh, Jana.
What happened was that Thomas became aware of the burdens of captainship, which has weighed heavily on him all year. And for his final tournament game, he had 9 players, 4 guys, and 5 girls. And so it was, and so they didn't have much chance. I mean, in a tournament game, and corksuckers, they've been known to hit their seams, and when they're just going against 9 players, regardless of gender, you're in trouble. So.
The perils of championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, they almost kicked through the lineup in the first inning.
Yikes.
Jana, you don't have anything to say? We're talking about you. Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
Jana.
right.
Apparently, a lot of you did.
All right. 6:30. YSC 3. Asteroid Head 2. Los Matadores 6.
I ref this game. Asteroid Head. It's one of the, when they're good, they can be pretty darn good. When they're bad, not so great. And this was one of those days. No, it really was. It's just so hard to
no, I understand.
Right,
Like,
and again, the win was the factor. Same field at a YC3. Any ball they try to bomb over in center field, it just sailed, and it was an easy catch.
Well, it looks like they put up 2 in the first inning and then didn't score again.
Nope, did not score.
A lot of 1, 2, 3 innings.
A lot of 1, 2, 3s.
Plus, Matt scored 1
Yeah.
in the 3rd, 5th, and
Yeah.
7th. I mean,
And
it's
the
not
time-
like it was a close game.
No.
Obviously, just
At the time they tried to bunt there, it was easily to Paul Santos' grass. He used his goalie soccer-style throw, and he pretty much easily got him out over at the first base. Los Matadores did just enough, and credit to them, but really, Los Asteroid Head, that's it.
Okay.
yeah, it's the top of the lineup. I mean, it's what 1, 2, 3. They're like a combined 3 for 15 or something like
Yep.
that.
Sounds right. Oof.
Top 4 batters.
Semifinals, 8 p.m. YSC 2. Where's my pitches? 5. Double meet 12.
32.
Oh,
32.
32?
Yeah.
20 more than
Shit.
12.
That's
20
not a
more than
misprint.
12.
That's
Not
a
a
3.
misprint.
I think it was 12 runs in the first inning, probably.
No,
That's right
No.
on mine.
No, I just wrote it down wrong.
Yeah, if you look at the score sheet, it's almost all filled in.
32 I just thought those were all out.
No.
No. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I ref this one, and double meet scored 4 in the first, and where's my pitches scored 3. And
You thought you were
after
ready for a shootout?
after that, double meet kind of figured out where's my pitches offense and just blew the doors off of them. It was at one point they stopped bunting because they were up by 15 or 20, and they continued just kicking straight line drives that where's my pitches couldn't get to, and just piled on run after run. I think Chabe had like a triple, and he might have kicked I'm pretty sure he did kick an inside the park home run. And he can bomb it, but he's not the fastest guy.
I understand.
Yeah, but it's like they were already ahead handily, but then I think it was in the 4th or 5th inning, the right fielder for Where's My Pitches pulled a hammy or something like that.
no.
So
She
they
went
Been
to,
there.
yeah they
person
pulled their
went to the bathroom.
oh
Didn't come back
No.
for a long time.
what
Oh, my gosh. Seriously?
Yeah, they
and
couldn't find this person for a long time.
they put the right fielder in at catcher and put the catcher in right field, and whoever the catcher was could not play the outfield. He just was not ready for it. He probably had like 4 balls kicked to him, and they all just bounced off him. So that didn't help matters any.
That's like me. That's like me playing outfield.
So double meet's on a nice little winning streak here. If you discount the loss to Happy Shirt in the first round of the tournament, they probably won 6 or 7 out of their last 8.
They
games.
are 10-2 in their last 12,
10-2.
and the
Yep,
only
10-2.
losses are to Happy and D-Holes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
coming out of the 6s. That's a hell of a way to finish your season.
yeah, man, not bad.
Yeah.
Putting some mustard on that double meet.
Yep. YSC 1, 9:30. Corksuckers 4. Los Matadores 14.
Wow. Oof. That's right. You want to talk about Jana or not?
She didn't want to talk about the first game. She doesn't
Maybe she
probably
wants
does
to talk
not
about
want
this
to talk
one.
about her loss. So
So you picked against Los Mats, and we said that they were obviously going to win because of that, CJ, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Would you have picked them if you knew they were going to play with 9 players in both games?
No. No. I would not have.
No.
No.
I probably would have picked them then. 9 seems to be their magic number.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, apparently, man. Like, how many games have they won this year with 9 players?
Too many.
This will be the ultimate test when they play in the championship. If you can't get your team to show up to win some hardware, then you might need to recruit a few more players.
It'll be
next
funny
year.
if they have like 20 people show up, everybody that's been there for a couple games, and they get their asses kicked.
All right.
Santos just has to have a firm hand and tell those people they can't play.
Yeah. Okay. Going on to the Twain. Here we go. 5 p.m. YSC 3. Johnny's 11. Muddy Waters 9. Who saw this one coming?
CJ with
Go pat yourself on the back.
upset pick of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, we got someone that saw the game.
we got someone here.
Johnny's. Let me put it this way: if this happened last year, Johnny's would have collapsed.
Yeah.
So Muddy Waters was actually down pretty much the entire game. They had a real good inning where they got like 4 or 5 runs on the board towards the middle of the game, and it was because Dylan of Johnny's fumbled a ball at shortstop and then kicked it over the backstop.
I was pulling up to YSC 5.
He
and
tried
Why?
to kick it home, and it went to YSC 6.
Why would you do that, Dylan? Why?
And so yeah, they went down at that point.
7-6.
Yeah, 7-6. And I think Muddy still put another couple runs on him in the next inning. And Johnny's, credit to Johnny's, they fought back. And Dylan was the go-ahead run, so it was apropos for him to put him up and over the top at the end. There were a couple questionable ref calls in this game, and I was one of the refs. A couple questionable ref calls, one of which being that one that was kicked over the back. Where did we put the runners? How many of them score at one time? Because we don't have instant replay, we don't know where people were. Because we were all just in awe of the ball going over the back of the fucking field. And then another one was Austin caught a ball in the outfield, but it hit the ground. 2 refs called it. I was one of the refs that called it down. Dover called it down, and the third base ref said he caught it, but he had the backside where he couldn't see the ball. But Johnny's defense walked off the field, assuming that it was dead play, and Muddy kept running, and so we had to go back and put Fox at 1 and Trey at 3. It didn't ultimately end up costing him any runs because Trey ended up scoring, but Trey was hot and Fox was a little hot about it. So
That was fun to sort out.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Not at all.
Johnny's looks like they were pretty clutch. I mean, they had 5 runs in the last 2 innings.
Yes.
And I was
6.
6 runs.
Yeah,
I
4
guess-
in the 9th.
I watched the 9th inning, and man, that Muddy Waters defense was not up to par. They made some horrible mistakes.
They did.
Yeah.
And they didn't have their
Field
alignment.
throws, or
What's
like
that?
how were they bad?
Infield, throwing balls over first baseman's head and no backup to where guys are getting doubles and triples on that. Where somebody's got to be there at least stop the ball, holding up first
Yeah,
base.
it wasn't their normal first baseman either. I don't know who normally plays for first base, but it's the first time I've seen this guy all season. So
Okay.
yeah, Chris wasn't playing. Wait, he played, but he didn't. He played one time.
Okay. 5 p.m. YSC 6. Poshwash 9. Harpies 4.
Vengeance. Yeah.
Stacy?
Stacy.
Yeah, we had a typical Harpy inning in inning 4 where
4?
they scored 6 runs. Yeah,
Kick through too.
yeah. I don't know what to say.
What happened in that inning? Like just bad throws? Like
Well, just a little bit of everything. We had a couple catches we should have had, and
Okay.
they just easy catches that we should have made, and we dropped, and yeah, just a couple of errors, and they really took advantage of it. So
yeah, it looked like you guys had tied it up, basically going to the bottom of the 4th, and then
Yeah.
the bottom kind of fell out.
yeah, for an inning, and then we got it back together. But offensively, we couldn't get on, and we got on. We loaded it up several times, but
Just
couldn't do anything.
couldn't get that one breakthrough kick.
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron?
We got together before our game and decided that it was going to be a lot of fun for us, and we weren't worried too much about how far we went in the tournament, and so we just started coming up with silly phrases to say to each other to keep everybody's spirits lifted if anything went wrong, and I think we showed we have a pretty tough D.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we did too. You know, like it was a fun game.
it's better than
And
our
Erin
first game.
doesn't like it, but we're total rivals, but she doesn't want to be that. But it's like we're taking turns every other game,
Yeah.
so.
We'll see. We'll
Sounds
see you
like-
next time.
Sounds like a
We've
possible
got
game of the
you
week
said.
next year.
Yeah.
Well, we were last year.
Yeah,
were
we
last
played
year.
you
them
were.
last
They
year
were,
game of the
yeah.
week. Yeah.
What
We'll
is
see.
this says at the bottom? It says Allison gets chased by a bee,
Yeah.
then gets a double play.
Yeah. I don't know what
totally
inning it
missed
was, but she was about to pitch the ball, and this giant wasp bee monster thing started buzzing around her, literally chased her around the infield for at least a full minute until somebody came over and killed it for her. Pitched the ball and got a double play at one. Huh? Oh, Sean killed the bee. Yeah, so it was hysterical to just watch her dance because most people didn't know what she was doing. She just looked insane.
Well, they're not mutually exclusive.
Okay.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Stacy.
So 6:30, YSC 5, Free State 3, Hertz Donut 10. Seth.
Alex, come on up.
Yeah.
We'll
like
let
I
Seth go first.
Loser goes first, right?
Yeah.
So
Big
like I
loser.
said last week, man, we try to talk to our leadoff kicker and say, hey man, we got to get some runs on the board early. We know it's going to be a close game, and he fouled out to start the game. That really set the tone for the rest of the game. They went 1, 2, 3 through the top of our lineup in the top of one. I mean, it was 4-3 all the way until the 5th inning, and then all year it seems like we've been getting killed in that triangle between center field, shortstop, and second base, just dropping them in, and that was the weak spot again. So. D-holes are a team where if you make any mistakes, you know, they're just so solid. So if you make mistakes, they're going to take advantage.
Yep.
If you don't, if you play a clean game, you've got a really good chance against them. So we made plenty, and they played really well.
What he
Alex?
said. Honestly, like Bickle was, if I remember right, Bickle was a fucking monster in this game for kicking. He just kept dropping balls in and over people.
Except when he forgot to run to third base.
Except when he forgot to run to third base.
What the
3
hell?
for 4.
Yeah,
4 for
he
5.
didn't know the bases were loaded.
Yeah, 4 for 5.
Oh,
I
my
told him.
God.
But, yeah, ball dropped over second baseman right in front of center field. He's just still standing at second.
Not running is very unbickle-like.
Yeah, very unbickle-like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bickle and, we loaded people up with bunts, and then Bickle and I pretty much just cleaned house on getting people in to score us up. And with the wind out there, we didn't have to play deep. We
No,
played
yeah.
shallow outfield, and
Nothing over anybody's head on that field that day.
so it was a great game.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had fun. There were no yelling at the refs, really. Not like last year. Tori didn't fucking collapse and start barking in the second inning. I love Tori.
He got
He's
mad at
great.
himself this year.
So,
All right.
Yeah, great game.
Thanks, Alex.
Red Line had no game, so we'll go straight to the semifinals.
We did have a scrimmage, though, with Lady Bird and Kristen.
Okay,
and
I was in
some
right field
Leafy
on
Greens
YSC
kids.
5, and I looked over, and the people are running the wrong way around the bases, and I was like, I don't have time to think about this right
It
now.
was so epic.
It was Kristen's fantasy to force everybody to run the bases backwards, and pretty much everybody kicked and started running to first, and
Yeah.
was like, "Oh fuck," and then turned and made it.
So everyone's running clockwise?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Third
goodness.
to second to
Third to
first.
second to
It
first. Oh,
was
my
pretty
goodness.
amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good times.
It was a mind fuck.
Semifinals, 8 p.m. YSC 3, Johnny's 3, Poshwash 4. Wow. Aaron?
Anybody see this game?
No,
I saw some of it.
I see the
Sorry.
score sheet.
Seth watched some of it.
A little bit.
No?
Yep.
No.
Well, we had the lead the whole game and just had one bad play that let them score, I think, 2 on back-to-back there. But otherwise, we were in control the whole time and just showed them our D face instead of our O face.
Well, shoot, they didn't even score until the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was
Nope.
7.
3
Yep,
total,
2
2
in
in
the
the 7th,
and
1 in the 8th. Tried to mount a rally, then they got 2 on in the 9th, but
They did the same thing in our
3 straight outs after that.
Okay. Okay. 9:30, YSC 2, Hertz Donut 5, Red Lion 13. Alex.
Yeah.
Loser talks first again, huh? Yeah, playing 2 games in a day is a lot different than having a scrimmage in another game.
We only really scrimmaged for like a half hour, and it was only me, Brent, and Ubi.
Yeah, that's not quite the same. But yeah, we got stifled by Red Lions defense. That's ultimately what it came down to. We couldn't get any of our lead runners on in the first inning, which set everything back. And I think I finally broke open the runs, the scoring in the 4th or 5th because I was tired of us not scoring. And yeah, we offensively we couldn't get anything strung together. Defensively, we had kicks just drop in front of us, drop around us. We were hero throwing in some cases. Dave had a few throws from 3 that went over and to the side of me.
Yeah, and it wasn't as much like ball. It wasn't drops so much as like ball control issues.
Yeah.
That led to. But we were drunk and running a lot.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you guys were in control from the jump. It was 3-0, 5-0, 10-1. It was never really seemed like it was in doubt.
Yeah, Spencer, who Derek and Aaron are asking about, he had back problems. He's threw out his back last week or the week before or whatever, and it seized up on him in the Channel 6 game last week. So he wasn't able to make it at all this week, and that's a big defensive hole. I'm not 6'3". I can do pretty well, but you have to throw it at me. And unfortunately, there were just some throws that I couldn't get because I don't have the height. So.
Plus, game within the game, Riley and Colin were drinking since 5, and I'm pretty sure Riley took like 12 pitches. at one
No.
point. Janelle, I think, took 10
She took
pitches
12
at one point.
minutes at one at bat. Not pitches, 12 minutes.
I don't know exactly what was going on because I wasn't
That's
paying
gonna be a
that good of
record.
attention, but between she and Janelle, they took a lot of pitches.
There was one point.
Not surprised by that.
Not
surprised by that at all.
There was one point where Mike Hathaway actually really got pissed off. He threw the ball or pitched the ball into her, and she's like, not bouncing. He's like, it's literally on the fucking ground. Will you please kick a fucking ball? But
Sounds like a good chance to call a strike. 12
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Moving
Alex.
on to the Cup
The Cup.
quarterfinals. 5 p.m. YSC 2. Wildman 10. Redlegs 6. Oh man, we were asleep at the wheel for like the first 5.5 innings. Phil, you want to come up?
I was going to say, I showed up early to watch the start of your game, and when I left, Colin Keaty had just punched the fence. So that was kind of the tenor of your game.
Yeah, pretty much. Bryson, actually, do you have something to say?
I actually showed up to watch Happy Shirt Chalmers's, but then realized they were both really bad teams, so I went over to watch you guys. I came over and you guys were down 3-0, and I was like, okay, this is surprising. And honestly, you guys didn't look good for a very, very long time.
Oh,
But
no, yeah, we know
the
we did not
100%
at all.
reason you guys won the game is you don't make like mental mistakes. Like every single time there's an out, 1 down, 2 to go, 2 outs, 2 down, 1 to go. And Redlegs didn't have that communication. They just started falling apart. And you guys
They
capitalized.
miscommunicated on the ball
They're
bad.
I think one time
We-
they got an out at first and thought it was 3 outs or something, and somebody ran home with Eli. They were just falling apart. Their lack of experience was brutal.
Yeah, we just tied the game up, and we had 2 outs. I think bases were loaded or something like that, and there was an easy routine fly ball, but it was in between 3 people.
Oh, that was
No one
rough.
talked, and it just fell to the ground, and so we ended up getting 2 runs and taking the lead after that.
That was one of those ones where you cringe and celebrate at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it could have happened to us. I mean, that was right in the middle of 3 different players that all could have gotten it, but no one wants to get hurt.
Yeah, and no one said, hey, it's mine. So it dropped, and that's...
Was that Ryan Ward that
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Ward that kicked that ball.
Mr. Lucky?
So, yeah, we looked so bad the first 5 innings, man. Our defense was okay, but just offensively, we were just not good.
Yeah, and we got lucky. There were enough errors where we were able to capitalize and move forward and gain some confidence. And
Yeah, like once we tied the game up, I was like, all right, we're right back in it. We can do this. And then we scored 2 runs. And then, yeah, we ended up scoring, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. We ended up scoring 9 of our 10 runs. So we woke up in a big way.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to that.
Yeah.
Just,
All right.
just felt good. You just
Yeah,
felt
it
like you'd
did.
been through a bloodbath after that game. Like,
That's the in the NCAA tournament, the close one that propels the team to the championship, right? The scare in the round of 32 that refocuses everybody.
Oh yeah.
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 It takes a punch in the fence
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
first half of a game.
Yeah, Colin was really mad at himself, and then by the end of the game, he was fired up and ready to go for the next game.
How was
So-
his hand? I mean, he punched that fence as hard as he could.
What?
Which is like,
He was
yeah.
fine. Like he did it.
Which is like a football player punching somebody else in the helmet. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
hurt
It's like
yourself.
you're not going to win that one, buddy.
No.
All right. YSC 5 or YSC 4, 5 p.m. Happy Shirt 10, Chalmers 9.
The
Happy Shirt
walk-off.
won and a
The
walk-off
walk-off,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did not
Wow.
see this game. I was roughing.
Okay, Coop.
I did not see this game. I was roughing.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were
No,
running this game.
I should have.
Anybody see this game?
I saw the end of it. I'm pretty sure I'm just bad luck for Chalmers because the only game they lost before this one was when they played our team, and then I didn't see them play at all until this game, really. And then the first time I walked over, left field dropped a ball. I turned around and walked away. I came back. It was the bottom of the ninth, and left field tried to slide and grab one with one out and Tyler kicking, and it got away from him. So Tyler ended up getting to second on that with a vicious slide, and Happy Shirt with a guy on second in the meat of the lineup coming up, and only one out. That was pretty much it. They bunted or just straight kicked somebody onto first, and then got a line drive to left to score Tyler. That was it.
Okay.
And remains. Happy Shirt owns Chalmers's and will
Hey,
always.
okay. I'm not going to pile on Chalmers because
No, I'm
they
not,
put
I'm
up,
not.
they put up runs against
Sure.
them, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
That's been their biggest thing for the past who knows how the fuck long. But they have not been able to put runs up
No.
on Happy Shirt
No.
or just really anyone when they get to playing a really good team.
That's true.
Yeah, 9 on Happy Shirt in the playoffs is really good.
Yeah.
And it also, I think, given what happened, I think this shows that they probably deserve that 5 seed that they got.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely justified. Okay, 6:30 YSC 2, KTC 7, Channel 6. Bryson.
Oh no.
Oh
I
no.
need to start off with one thing. Thank you, CJ, for explaining the rules of the game to me. It was a learn as I go type thing. There was a lot of arguments. If you want to be honest, the reason why we lost was because we were inexperienced and let everything mentally affect us.
Yeah.
We were the better team. You can look at the stat, but we were the better team. I think they scored 6 of their 7 runs with 2 outs. 6 of those 7 runs were off dropped balls on 2 outs.
Yep.
Besides that, they're a good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they win. I would definitely expect them to probably win. It was a good game. I mean, I think I let my emotion. I was like throwing stuff on the top of the 9. I was getting pretty pissed off. But yeah, that's really all I have to go. Besides, what's this like traveling kickball team? Because I think I'm the best player in the league. I need to be on.
Yeah, they took a lead 6-3 against you guys in the bottom of the 5th, and then you came up, cleared the bases, got a double.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did. You had a really good kick there.
Yeah, and I caught the very end, and you got your top of your lineup have been scoring all day, and then
Yeah.
just couldn't do it those last
The top of our
couple
lineup,
innings.
it's pretty set up pretty well. Like, it's supposed to be bunt, kick away, bunt, and then me. And the ideal situation is the bases be loaded, and I do what I do. And we all kicked away, and all of them got caught.
Yeah.
And we lost the game. So
These are 2 of the best bunt defenses in the league. You take Kenny, Lou, and Nick, and then you got Isaac for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big time bunt shutdown. So
yeah, it sucked. But that's what it is.
Bryson, man, you want to come grab some cash and get shots for everybody?
I got cash on me right now. What do you guys want?
Rumple.
Water.
Rumple. It is.
Yep, that's-
Rumples.
He wants a rumple. Cougar wants a rumple.
Yeah,
No, I
he does.
don't.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, it's
yes, he does.
digestive for all that Popeyes.
Yeah. You
I go back
just
to
had
sleep.
Popeyes, which is going to soak up all that
All
alcohol.
that Rumple.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
Very doubtful.
Nothing goes better with fried chicken than black licorice, or whatever the hell
No,
Rumplemints
Rumple.
is. Peppermint?
Peppermint schnapps.
Peppermint
Yeah.
schnapps,
Yeah.
yeah. Chilled, though. All right. 6:30, YSC 4, Love Garden 19, Goats 7. Yikes. Anybody see this game? Anybody want to talk about this game? I did not. I was reffing this game. No.
Avery's conspicuously absent this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a bet they should have made.
There was a bet they should have made, man.
Yeah, I got it. When I pulled up here in front of the Jazz House, I saw Avery outside, and I yelled, "Goats suck!" And then
And he ran.
He
turned
ran
around
over,
and ran away.
looked at me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And so I thought I'd see him up here, but I guess I scared him off. I don't know.
He was so fragile.
Damn it,
after the
Sorry,
loss.
guys. I'd like to know what happened too.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, Avery is going to have to grow his hair out for 2 months.
Yeah,
He's like the de facto loser of that bet.
I concur. It was actually it wasn't as close as the score would indicate. The Goats scored 5 of their runs in the 8th and 9th after Love Garden was up 19-2.
Oh, man.
So just looking at the score sheet, I suspect there was a lot of just line driving here. This doesn't look like
This was just an onslaught too. 3 runs, 4 runs, 3
Yeah.
runs. Like they never took their foot off the gas in this one.
Yeah, they scored 3 in 3 straight innings.
Yeah.
Alex just took credit for Love Garden's win.
as if Love Garden didn't have the talent to do them themselves or the scouting ability to do it.
Alex, I'm that probably helped out, but now I'm wondering why you didn't tell me how to beat the Goats. Now I'm really going to make you pay on our bet. Which would you rather, a Nintendo Switch or a hand job? Out of rumple. CJ, were you here earlier?
Water.
Apparently. No.
Make it JMO.
Yeah, Jameson. All right.
You can do
Semifinals, 8 p.m., YSC 1, Wildman 10, the 3-time defending champs, Happy Shirt 4.
This is that Steve Young throwing the monkey off his back after winning that first Super Bowl. Man, good job. Way to knock Happy Shirt out.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
great.
I
love the
don't-
reference, by the way, as an Irish
Actually,
fan.
I'm going to have Phil talk about this game because I don't remember much because I was kind of drunk for this game.
My analysis was, my take on it was that when we played Red Legs, we hadn't played them before, and people were a little spooked about playing a team we hadn't played, and they saw just these great players. I'd reffed them before, and everyone else is kind of alien to a lot of our players. So they went in just like with not a lot of confidence. But when we played Happy Shirt, they know, we feel like we're familiar with them. We've seen them. We've played them. We beat them this year, and so everyone just came in with a little just more of a swagger, like they felt good. We got some points early, and it just stayed steady the whole time. And I don't know if that was like a mental block with Happy Shirt, knowing that we beat them earlier, and that because of that, it was giving us.
I just think that the league is catching up with them because I mean, look at the score with Chalmers. Look at how we beat them earlier in the season. How they lost to KTC and also
Love Garden
too. So the league is catching up with them. Also, they had a really tough game where they had a walk off. So
Yeah.
although they kind of helped us out as well because they had one misplayed ball that Richard ended up getting a triple out of, and then 2 drop balls as well.
Yeah, uncharacteristic errors.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that one ball that Richard hit over Chris Ford, that was
legit,
a
though.
bomb.
That was legit.
that was legit.
Oh
That
my
was a
God,
bomb.
that was a gorgeous bomb.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris Ford turns and runs, gets a good jump on it, and he still doesn't track it down.
No.
That's-
He wasn't even close.
Yeah,
too.
he wasn't even close.
No,
yeah.
he wasn't.
There is a recipe for success here. If you can keep the next team's top 4 from scoring like you did here, then that's probably going to bode well.
It's not going to happen, but I'd like for it to happen.
And the thing was you got Joel Kelly out at home plate, I believe, at the top of the first.
Twice.
The first
Yeah.
one at the top of the first.
Top of
with
the
the
first.
third out. And I
Yeah.
saw him oh my God, this changes things.
Definitely.
From the
Definitely.
bat. Yeah.
I just remembered one funny thing about that game. There were a lot of people watching that game. Didn't hear a lot of people cheering for either team.
No,
matter
the
what
next
happened.
field over, it was very quiet the entire time.
We were quiet. I don't know why. We were
Yeah,
It was
at some
intense.
point we were
It
like,
was-
wow, there's no one really rooting for either side. They just want to
we're all just we're mime. We're just buttes.
kind of hoping we all break our legs.
Catch on pretty quick there, Phil.
Yeah, I think there were some Red Lion ladies heckling me. Someone was early on.
I would
They-
not be surprised.
I taught them a lesson. They stopped, but it was rough for a little while.
Bryson.
I feel like my statement for the season we made. I have no idea how Happy Shirt has ever won a championship in this league. I'm just like you're saying. I don't know if the league's just now catching up to them or something, but they just don't even look good.
Yeah, it's
Wildman looks good. Kansas Tree Care Happy Shirt looks like the most unathletic team out there. Like,
I can tell you why, Bryson. Let me educate you.
Bryson, you
because
need to come to every podcast
Yeah, I need to
next
come to
year.
every
I
podcast.
plan on it.
You're right, though. Over the past
Give
4
me a
years,
six. Give me a six
Bryson.
chair. I'll be up
over
there.
the past 4 years, they have the league has gotten progressively closer to them. But
Yes.
The reason why is because they're the most mentally tough team in the league.
Yeah.
And they are.
Yeah.
And they're the most prepared team in the league. And their defense is just impeccable. And they're probably the best team as far as capitalizing your mistakes. And those are the things, and they're just so savvy, all of them, especially the ladies, are the best core ladies in the league. And
Talking
you all
their,
together.
talking about their mental toughness. I mean, when they put up those 3 on you guys in the 5th inning, in the crowd you could feel it. It was like, all right, here comes Happy Shirt. Like, all it takes is one thing. And
No, and
Then
we
you
got
blank
out of
them
it.
And you guys got out of it.
Yeah.
We got
And
out of it, and we
responded,
were
put
able to
some runs
score.
back up on them. Yeah.
there's another element at play here too, possibly. They're also over the past 4 years they have continued to be the oldest team in the league, but that's still 4 years older than they were when they were more dominant 4 years ago.
Makes sense.
So I mean, there's a little less speed than there used to be, maybe.
Yeah.
And mental toughness will take you pretty far, but at a certain point, when
Yeah.
a team like Wild McMahon and KTC or
Yeah.
Channel 6 put together the athletes that they have and couple that with experience, it's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
Another thing
Or
that
at
they
least repeatedly, anyway.
Another thing, they have a system, and it's a system they've had since like 2004. And I came up with them in 2004 this summer. The same system they go on year in, year out, and it's basically recipes for success. Unless you break the system and get them all discombobulated, which like almost never. That machine, that's why they win consistently and win championships.
Makes
Exactly
sense.
why. Yep. Thank you, Bryson.
Thanks, Bryson. 9:30, YSC 3, the second semifinal. Kansas Tree Care 11, Love Garden 3.
My.
I about expected this.
Yeah.
11-3?
Yeah, kind of.
8 runs? Wow. Okay.
Is this what you were talking about, Stacey? It says the head ref walked off in the 7th, and then James
yeah.
Finley subbed in.
So why did they walk off?
It doesn't say. It just...
I wish I knew the context of that.
And then there's no names on the score sheet either.
I have
so-
some intel. I have some intel why this is the case. Basically, according to this head ref, who shall remain nameless, Love Garden was basically frustration was boiled over because they were getting beat and pretty badly, and they were basically, according to this head ref, the Love Garden players were saying that was a terrible effing call. You're this, and that there's personal attack allegedly was going on, and instead of doing warnings or ejections, he just went up and left. This is according to this head ref. I don't know. I didn't hear it. I was in the stands. I don't know. I really don't know.
Let's drink these shots that Bryson brought up.
Bryson.
Gracious
Bryson.
loser, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. Actually, I hate the
Looking
shot.
forward to see you a lot next year.
I hate the shot.
Hey, Bryson, let me pay for something real quick.
God.
Quit complaining, Cougar.
So KTC, their top 4 guys scored 10 of the 11 runs.
Yeah.
That's the recipe right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So was their bunt defense just not good, Love Garden? Because
Apparently not.
No.
yeah, I was gonna say because that's what it says to me that their bunt defense at least was not up to snuff because those guys are just so good and so fast.
I saw some of the throws there. The throws of first base were just offline, too many times. Usually Spencer does a decent job, good job at third base, but those throws there,
He has to move a little bit more.
Yeah, he's missed a little time this year, too. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if they were bunting shallow, I guess I could have helped. But it's also... Keith scored all 3 runs for Love Garden in this game, too.
Yeah. Wow. What do you go, 4 for 4?
4 for 4, scored all 3 runs. Yeah.
And then he got to... the only time he didn't score, he got to third base.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get kicked in.
If they could have played with, 10 Keiths, they would have been a different story here.
There you go.
All right. So that leads us to talking about next week. But before we do that, I want to thank this week's sponsor, 11 Productions, Jackie Becker. They promote live music in Lawrence and the Midwest for almost 20 years. Upcoming shows are September 20th, Thundercat, which I really want to go to at Granada, October 5th, Angel Olsen at the Granada, October 27th, Arcade Fire, November 17th, No Name, which is going to be at Liberty Hall, and November 19th, St. Vincent, another show that I would really like to go to at the Uptown. So, on Facebook, you can find them at 11 Productions Presents, Instagram, up_to_11, Twitter, up to 11 live, and thegranada.com. Also, Kick the Drone is going to occur between the end of the Twain Championship and the beginning of the Cup Championship. Five people are going to get picked. A 5-minute speed round with somebody kicking until they hit the
it gets
drone,
kicked.
basically.
Yeah.
Also, the annual KBKL party and charity auction. There's going to be fun. It's going to be, lots of games, prizes, music, more. Most likely, there's going to be a beer pong tournament. Check out the Facebook event page to stay up to date on details. It's going to be Friday, September 1st, 7 to 11 p.m. at the Granada.
And is there not a Lawrence Live outside on Mass that same night too?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
A what?
There's a what?
There's a
Yeah.
live on Mass that night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this thing is going to be awesome.
Oh, my.
Party inside, music outside.
And aren't there going to be bands
Music
playing
inside,
inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. That should be pretty fun, guys. And really, I'm really looking forward to that Thundercat show. So, just throw that out there.
Thundercats.
Not the cartoon.
All right. So, shall we talk about the various finals we got coming on?
Let's
Yes.
do.
Okay. So, starting at 4 p.m. at Hobbs. All of these games are going to be taking place at Hobbs, just so you know. Come on out, starting at 4 o'clock, which is the boot final.
Yes.
And it's going to be the 32nd ranked Sacred Sword versus the 34th ranked Liberty Hall late fees. Anybody got anything about this game? I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the first time Sacred Sword is going for silverware of any kind.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that was even with you in Simon, no offense.
Yeah, no, we made it to the semifinals and
Semifinals, yes.
lost to the eventual champions, Los Luchadors, in like 14.
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
2010, yeah.
But in like 14 innings.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's
it was something
right.
ridiculous
I
like
remember that now, yeah.
Yeah, it was out at Lions.
Lions.
What about Liberty? I'm sure they've probably played for something at some point, right?
They've won the play.
They won the play.
They've won
yeah.
the play.
They won the play, yeah.
But they haven't won something so prestigious as the Cougar boot.
Oh, gosh.
Does it come with that large stuffed cougar?
It should.
Oh, my gosh.
The Memorial Jason Cougar Huang boot.
Memorial? I'm not dead. What are you talking about? Isn't Memorial supposed to be dead?
It's the same thing.
What?
Oh, man.
I'm still alive. What the hell?
So do you have the boot in your possession?
No, my boss, Nick Lerner, has it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Claimed that for himself.
Bring the stinky boot.
Yeah. All the trophies need
Tell
to come
Nick,
so
I
we can
don't have
actually
it.
hand them out.
Okay, so
So the actual game.
The actual game, yeah. Anybody make picks?
Oh, yeah. No. Let's go picks, yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these teams play yet this year, honestly, so I'm going to go ahead and pick Liberty Hall. Just 7th and Mass connection there. They're our neighbor, so yeah, I'll pick Liberty Hall.
Yeah, I've seen both of these played just a few innings each, but I got to go Liberty Hall.
Yeah. As someone that is the expert of bad teams, because I've been on bad teams over the past 10 years, I know about Sacred Sword pretty well. I played against them. In Liberty Hall, I reffed them one time. No, Sacred Sword, after that one win against Leafy Greens in Week 5, I mean, they haven't showed anything. At least Liberty Hall is something. So, no, Liberty Hall, they'll win by 5.
Okay.
We know who you're going to pick.
Yeah. I have a special affinity for Sacred Sword. I really want them to win something. So I'm going with Sacred Sword. Ben.
I think it's a case of the RPI being more accurate than the standings here.
Yep.
I think Liberty's the better seeded team, or the better team.
Yeah.
And this is Pat Fielder's last game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll go with.
Who plays for Sacred Sword?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll go with the late fees to beat Sword by 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At 5:30, it's going to be the Lady Die Plate Final. It's featuring the number 29 double meet and the number 22nd ranked Los Matadores. Also, Los Matadores are going for their second plate.
Yes.
Is this the lowest ranked team to ever make it to the plate final?
It is. Yeah, it's got to be 29.
Probably by
yeah,
29.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What's the lowest ranked team to ever win it?
Okay, I was going to say yeah.
I don't
Look
know.
back. Probably like 22, 23.
So Lost Mats, even if the Lost Mats wanted to be right in there.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Anybody got anything about this game?
I mean,
Most players
Most
win.
players wins. Unless Les
So-
Matt
so-
shows up with 9, in which case they win.
Exactly.
Okay,
Seriously,
okay.
Double Meat is going to
So-
set the record for most runs scored in a tournament, or they probably already have.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they scored
probably
like 50
have.
runs last, or 2
And then
weeks
they
ago,
scored
and
30
scored
in the second
30 in a
game. Yeah.
And somehow we only held them to 6 runs. Woohoo! Go
Yeah.
homies.
Homies with that defensive wall.
The defensive juggernaut that they face.
Yeah.
All thanks to Harbor.
Yep. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Anyone
But
play
yeah,
picks?
so we'll do picks.
Yep.
We'll start with Ben.
I think Double Meat's going to pin the Matadors. Going to turn them into Sloppy Joe and take them to Lunch Lady Land. Double Meat all the way.
Okay.
Let's
Okay, so shall we set the line at...
Well, based on recent results, I don't know who's supposed to be favored here. It's kind of odd.
Yeah, no. We'll set the line in terms of players for those.
Oh,
I
okay.
knew
Nine
this
and a
coming.
half?
I knew this was coming. I just knew it.
I'll take the over and Double Meat
Since
wins.
you're taking the over, you're taking double meat. If
That's
you take
right.
the under, you take Los Matt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna take Los Matt and the under, but I'm going to take double meat. Coog.
You know what's going to be weird is that even though Los Matt is the higher seeded team over Little Meat, Double Meat is the favorite team. How the hell is that about? It's
sort
just
of feels
weird.
that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of feels that
Yeah,
way.
that's recent
So,
history.
so you know what? I don't know why. It's just this weird conventional wisdom, which is nothing for me because my wisdom is odd and stupid. I'm going to go with this quasi reverse upset. I'm going to go Los Mats by 1. They'll find a way.
Phil, what are you
Somehow,
doing
some
here?
way. What do you want, Phil?
I meant to say this earlier. I ref part of that game earlier with Los Mats, and I saw the finest bunt I have seen all season long.
By who?
Los
who?
Mat. By their top, near the top of the lineup. I don't know his name, but if anyone's looking to scout, steal someone from Santos' team, Market, yeah. Good
I
Lord.
don't think it's Marcus. I don't think he's the top lineup now.
It was just like
it's either
I'd never
Marcus
seen a
or-
bunt like it in my entire life. So you got that to contend with.
Just for the what you were saying about the feeling of Double Meat being the more prepared team and being the
Get closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. But Double Meat being the more prepared team and everybody picking them, they're like 4 runs away from being a 3 seed also. So
Yeah. Sure.
something to keep in mind with them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right.
They also, I think they also have the best
so
win.
Down here. Yeah.
Down there?
Yeah, I've been watching Double Meat play, and they've been just like nailing it. I mean, not making any mistakes or hardly any mistakes, and their offense has been just like killing it. So I got to go Double Meat.
Seth?
Yeah, again, major props to Ben Wright for engineering such a quick turnaround for Double Meat, or Bad News Bagels, whatever they were last year. Last time we played Los Matadores, it was in the Cup final, and they had no business being in that, or in the plate final, and they had no business being in that game. So just out of spite, I'm picking Double Meat to win. They had Kenny, and they were on the left side of the bracket.
Yeah.
Plus,
that's also why we try to play the Twain.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Cougar, picking Los Mats, if they win, it makes your team look worse. How can you not root for the 29th ranked team to win the plate?
And it's my own divisional play. Again, my odd wisdom. It's really off the wall, stupid wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
That it is.
Yeah, it is. I think somehow, some way, it's going to surprise everyone. And if Los Mats win, I'm going to say to all y'all, I was right. That's it.
Okay. All right.
I'll probably be wrong.
I'll buy you a chicken dinner if Los Mats win. How's that?
4-piece spicy.
Yeah. I'll repay the chicken.
If I lose, I'll buy you another chicken dinner. How's that? So.
No, you're covered.
Oh, okay. So.
The Twain final, 7:15 p.m. Number 13 Poshwash versus number 6 Red Lion. We'll go with Seth. Actually, does anyone have anything about this game other than Ben? Okay. Go ahead, Seth. Let's go, Bryson.
Bryson
Yes.
again. Yes.
Yes,
More Bryson.
we're gonna
More
go-
Bryson. Yes.
Bryson's corner over here.
Yes.
Only one person in this room last week believed in me. He's sitting right there.
That's
And
right.
I believe in him. I'm calling Red Lion by 20.
All right. Yeah.
Red
20.
jerseys got to stick together, man.
20. Wow.
But he believed in you, and then you didn't come through.
And he paid his debt, too.
Yeah, that he did.
Oh,
Like,
my God.
He's picking us to win by 20 after Channel 6 beat Red Lion by like 20.
all
I'll say
So-
if Red Lion scores 20 in this game, that's super impressive. Poshwash has thrown out one of the better defenses in the league all year long. So obviously it's just going to come down to mistakes. Red Lion has been in the championship the past couple of years. They are ready to bring home some hardware. Maybe not the piece that they want, but you're going to show up and play at Hobbs on the last weekend of the year, so you might as well take something home.
Stacy.
So you're going with Lion?
Red Lion, yep.
Okay. You know, I know Lion is like way above Poshwash, but Poshwash beat us, and I had us go, taking the plate. So, the Twain. So, I got to go with the team that beat us, which is Poshwash, and, I'm right behind you, Aaron. Yay!
All right.
Coog.
Real quick question, Aaron. Has Poshwash ever been in the finals in any games in the past? Once in the I know that once in the past, but never in the finals of any of the championships. Okay, that's all I know. Injury prone team. Okay, thank you. It's newfound territory for Poshwash. They're being in the first final of any type. Lion, you guys, the original winners of Twain. The original winners.
Trying to become the first two-time winners.
2 times winners of the Twain, yes.
Yeah.
Granted, it's only been played, this is the third time it's been played.
Yeah, we got to keep the trophy for multiple years because it went away.
By
It
the way,
belongs at the Lion.
right. By the way,
It was at the line for 4 years.
Yeah.
So.
It was, yeah. So, Poshwash, nice season. No, I gotta go Lion by 4.
Yeah, no. Poshwash is not winning this game.
No,
Red Lion.
no.
We played at Hobbs earlier in the season at 7 o'clock, and although the game wasn't a blowout or anything like that, it's been a really weird season. We've had really close games that probably shouldn't have been. We've had better wins than we ever have, and then we've been blown out worse than we ever have. It's just we beat the D-holes and we never beat them before. So I don't know. It seems like upside down kind of shit. But yeah, I'm going to pick us to win by...
Not 20.
I think we won by 6
20.
last time. I'll pick us to win by 4. Okay, I think it was 8-3. I'll pick us to win by 3 then. Win the Twain, and then I'll vote to disband the Reasonably Awesome so we can keep it behind for another 3 years.
All right. So, that being said, let's move on to the Cup final.
We could
9
just
But first, we
Nine-
got
skip
wait.
this one, can't we?
Oh, wait, what?
Remember about Jackie?
Coog.
Yes, I got a quasi-nice one. Quasi. So, Jackie Becker, the Woost, is working on pulling some strings since Channel 6, the channel is no more, RIP, about keeping the broadcast alive for the Cup Championship. She's talked to some people. There's some that may be interested. Pull some strings. So keep your fingers crossed. Hope to have this happen for myself and Dr. Mike Anderson, the Channel 6 broadcast career by 1 game.
Yeah.
So let's just hope for the best. It would be great if we could do this again, even though Chess is gone. And well, I know, CJ, you would love to have it, just like 2012. You're part of the Channel 6 broadcast.
Yeah.
It was great. It was awesome.
Last year, too?
Last year, too, exactly.
Better to be
exactly.
playing in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what else Jackie Becker's good at?
Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be
Setting
great.
up concerts and stuff.
Yep, that she is.
That's true.
With Up to 11 Productions, they've been promoting live music in Lawrence and the Midwest for almost 20 years. On Facebook, you can find them at 11 Productions Presents. Instagram, up_2_11. Twitter, up to 11 live. The only 2 shows that I really want to go to are September 20th, Thundercat at the Granada, and November 19th, St. Vincent at the Uptown Theater. Yeah, okay. And
Yep.
thanks again to Jazz House 926 and a half Massachusetts. Rick, thank you so much for letting us come here and just be idiots for an hour,
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Thank you for giving us artificial crowd noise before an actual crowd.
Yeah, that too. What do you mean artificial crowd noise? That was real.
Right.
All right. So, moving on to the Cup final, 9:15 p.m. or thereabouts. Number 1, Wildman versus number 2, Kansas Tree Care. The first time that the championship game has featured 1 and 2 since 2009 when it was Pita Pit, which is now Happy Shirt, versus First Blood, which is now defunct. Anyone got
Is that
anything about
right?
this game?
One 2010 was Happy Shirt versus Los Luchadores. Was it 1 versus 2?
That was not Happy Shirt versus Los Luchadores. Oh, I looked
One
today.
versus
I
2.
found it.
Yeah?
I found it.
Yeah.
Los Luchadores were number 1. However, Happy Shirt was actually the 3.
Were they?
Yes.
Oh.
Love Garden was the 2 seed.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So it's 2009. There you go.
Yeah. First time since 2009.
Wow.
So who's won a championship more recently? Is it Wildman or KTC?
KTC.
They won in
KTC was the last one.
2013.
They were the last non-happy
As the
shirt.
Barracudas.
Wildman was
yeah.
2012. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they were
No,
Abraxas.
Abraxas, that's
Abraxas.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Sax's Dax's back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they sandwich us. They won as Abraxas. We won in 2012. And then they won as Starbar.
Starbar.
Year before that.
Yes.
Bryson.
Say something, Bryson.
Yes, please.
I quite honestly think there is no chance that Kansas Streaker loses this game. I like their core four, like you guys have said, is literally impeccable. Like I don't even know how they do it. Like the only 4 players who can contest me for being best player in the league are those 4 players. I will say the one thing is I think your catcher implodes too fast mentally, and I think they're going to frustrate him, and it's just going to go all downhill for you guys. But, I mean, if there's one team who can beat him besides us, it's you guys. So, best of luck.
All right.
Thank you, Bryson.
I gotta. This is Phil, Captain Wildman. CJ, we played KTC before, right?
Yeah, we did.
Recently.
Yeah, week 6.
This season.
Yes, week 6.
How'd it go?
We won 6-4. That was also the game that Simon fucked up his face.
That's right. So, for all those who are saying we're not going to win,
boy.
bringing up recent history first, I'm going to make a prediction about this game. It will be a close game,
Yeah.
ending in a thrilling but inevitable defeat of Kansas Streaker. Followed up with a lifetime of despair, regret, sadness, constant second-guessing,
Despite having won?
a living nightmare of alcohol-fueled shame on the part of Hannah. The rest of the team will be fine. But, Hannah, I haven't forgotten that time you might have heckled me 5 years ago. So, just had to bring it up. Just had to. That's how it's going to go down. I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we win.
All right. Get your checkbook ready, Phil. Going to pay out some refs.
The refs are like secluded between now and the championship.
God.
Witness protection.
Damn it.
Be like Colombian soccer when he was narco
It's exactly
soccer,
Ben
man.
Hunting. It's like wheelhouse, paying off refs, isn't it?
No, okay,
Oh my
so
I volunteered already, man.
no, dude, this is gonna be such a good game, man. Like,
Yeah.
their top 4, yeah. If you put their top 4 against our top 4, I'm taking theirs. But when it comes down to like top to bottom, I think we're overall just a little bit better. So yeah, Seth. With that being said, Seth, do you have anything?
We lost to KTC, and just solely based on the fact that I've seen them play up close a couple times over the past few weeks, I'm going to pick KTC. Like we've all said, their top 4 is awesome. They've got some really, really good female players on their team as well. I honestly, 1-run game either way would be my bet. Wildman's probably the slight favorite, but I'm going to pick KTC here.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn, this is tough because I love KTC and I really want to pick them, but I think, like Seth said, I think it's going to be like a one-run game. I really want KTC to win, but I think Wildman is probably going to take it.
Cool.
Okay, before we go any further, I apologize to Simon Skinner for this. He reminded me that, hey, make sure...
No,
if this
no.
Don't
You're not
mention
saying
it.
it. Nope.
About this game?
Nope.
No.
You just
Do
got-
it, Cougar.
no,
Do it,
Fine.
Cougar.
You just got
Fine, I'm
censored
overruled.
right
I'm overruled. Fine.
I don't know.
He wanted me to mention it, but I got overruled. Sorry, Simon.
Whisper it in my ear, Cougar.
Later. Anyways, I got overruled. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if you call it this classic. You call it speed versus power. You got speed of KTC. I know you have some speed, but that's the one they've been relying on basically throughout their whole existence since Chris Marshall's there. Because they are arguably the fastest team in the league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they use that speed and to their advantage. While with you with Wildman, you got some speed, but you got some power, especially with Richard and with yourself and Simon. So very evenly matched between the two of you. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing: because I am possibly doing the broadcast of this with Mike Anderson, if it happens, as a journalist, former journalist, as big predictions, Paulie Kirk from ESPN, college football, I will abstain from making predictions. I'm a journalist, okay? I'm not bold like Phil. I'm a journalist. I'm gutless.
Cougar, if I revoke your credentials, will you make a pick?
No, I can't. I got overruled by Simon.
You can
CJ.
say it on the KJ. If you do the broadcast, you can say it then.
Okay.
Stay tuned for that breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah, exactly. Fake news. It's not fake news.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. So, at the end of last year, I thought KTC would win it this year. Then after seeing the team that Wildman had put together and the steps they have made earlier this year, I thought they would probably win. And I think they're probably neck and neck. I think there's probably something to the KTC and Wildman's top four are probably pretty even. KTC's probably a little speedier. I think Wildman's probably got the deeper roster, top to bottom. My concern for KTC is that they can be bunt dependent, and if you can neutralize the bunt, then it takes away a lot of their game. And Wildman is one of the teams in the league that can take away that bunt, which could create problems. But we've seen from KTC they have the ability to beat anybody. And if they can get on, then it's going to be tough to stop them. Those top four are just round the bases so quickly. Yeah, if they can get people on first or first and second with no outs, then it's going to be a really tall order for Wildman.
Yeah, no.
In a vacuum, I think I would probably pick Wildman by 2. I bet Marcus, he of the summer sweatpants, at the start of the tournament, we each took 2 teams, and he's got Wildman and I've got KTC. So
in your own self-interest.
Yeah, so I'm gonna back the $20 I put on the line 2 weeks ago, and go with KTC.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Oh, dude, this is one that I'm really excited about, man. Like KTC, I love that team. I love the people on that team. They're so talented. They're so good. It's gonna be a fun fucking game, man. Like,
which way is the crowd's sentiment going to swing? You think it's
firmly?
it's
firmly.
KTC.
Firmly in KTC.
Okay. Plus you got KTC's outfielders have so much flourish. They will dive to catch balls, and they're just so lanky out there.
Oh, in our games, like Blake had one hell of a diving catch. Also, Simon came out of nowhere and made a crazy diving.
Yeah, no,
catch.
I'm not taking anything
I'm not saying
away
that.
from you guys.
It just came to me. Like
when Wildman does it, it looks more workmanlike though. KTC is more like a circus act.
And I have to say, like, there's so many people on Wildman that people love to hate, and so many people on KTC that just people love. So I mean, the crowd is definitely going to be for KTC.
Wouldn't be the first time that a crowd's been against us. So
like Phil said earlier,
like we're not
quiet.
used to it.
You and Happy Shirt, it was just
Phil's
silent.
number one enemy right there.
No, like I'm surprised that that's why no one was cheering during the Happy Shirt versus our game.
I don't think we knew what to do. Like,
knocking out.
You couldn't cheer for either team. Like, fuck them, fuck them.
Knocking out the 3-time defending champion got you guys like a polite golf clap.
This is perfect. I mean, it's the one of the two which we haven't had in a long time, and this really is like the matchup we deserve.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just this is the evil empire kind of thing. Like, I'm volunteering to ref. If I do ref, I could openly root for KTC while reffing. And if you guys kicked me out of the game, then the crowd would boo you.
So the key is to not let you ref in the first place.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this game. Yep. Oh, it's going to be so good. Just because I am a homer, I'm going to take us by 2.
As you should.
As you should.
Oh, you should have done the Cougar and taken you guys by 1.
Nah, fuck
you got greedy there, CJ.
No, I didn't. No, I mean I've said like more. I've said us by more.
Yeah,
so.
I don't feel great about this. If I didn't have money on it, I think it's just tough. There was a little
principled stand.
There was something there to what you said about knowing how to beat teams that you played.
Yeah,
it kind of scares me.
And this is a very obvious statement, but that first inning is going to be so huge, right? Yeah. You guys both have lined up, ready to go, top 3, top 4 that we've been talking about all podcast long.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, you throw in the fact of, whoever's winning, the other team's going to get nervous. I mean, it's just going to happen. You're in the championship game. The big scoreboard's out there. Everybody knows what's going on. So that first inning is going to be massive.
And the other thing is a factor is like you have 2 players going to be there fully healthy on one on each team. CJ for one from last year, and for KTC, Kenny.
Yeah.
Yep, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. So.
And really,
stay off your bike this week, okay?
Yeah, I know. Just walking everywhere and getting rides everywhere.
Uber,
those things were dude, if Kenny and I were healthy, well, one, I don't even know if we're what were we, the 5 seed last year? I don't even know for the 5 because like I got hurt week 7, so we could have been a lot higher where it could have been 1 or 2 or whatever. But yeah, no, like dude, I love playing against Kenny. I love playing against the McKee brothers.
Lewis.
So much. Lou.
Yep.
Yeah, God, they're so much fun. Like, they're just good people and good kickballers.
Great people.
So, yeah.
Nick, yeah.
Yeah. So, that being said, that's going to put a wrap on this week's podcast. So, thank you to this week's sponsor, the unstoppable Jackie Firecracker Becker and Up to 11 Productions. They've been promoting live music in Lawrence and the Midwest for almost 20 years. Facebook, Up to 11%. Instagram, Up_to_11. Twitter, Up to 11 Live. Some shows coming up that are September 20th, Thundercat at the Granada. October 5th, Angel Olsen at the Granada. October 27th, Arcade Fire. November 17th, No Name, which is going to be at Liberty Hall. November 19th, St. Vincent at the Uptown Theater. And also check thegranada.com. So, for Seth the Sanchez.
Good luck, CJ. 505.
Thanks, buddy. Stacy, it's no longer summer. Olvers.
Holy shit.
And my co-host, Jason Cougar Huang.
Another week of no Cougar Plush segment. Yay.
That's bad planning on my part. And for Ben Hutnick.
Alex, I'll ask you to meet me in back for the hand job. CJ, good luck, especially if I'm repping.
Thanks. I'm your host, CJ Cobra Kai.
Thank you.
We'll see you at Hobbs next week. Thanks, everybody. Woo! Bye.
No, I can't even hear it. Let the song play.
That was brilliant, Rick.